The bitch is that. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby.
We interrupt this program to prescribe you with 1,000 milligrams of red vitamins.
Right here, right now. It's the right time, It's the right sound. Right now. Tell the whole pipe down. Tell the nigga pipe down.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne.
So y'all niggas start looking for a wife down here. You ain't gonna find no wife unless she from out of town and she was way different. Ain't no Atlanta woman worth marrying, man. And when you pull them out, bring them to me, because I'm looking for a wife. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, man, tell them show theyself. Don't keep adding my Instagram talking about, oh, this and that. It ain't no marriage material in Atlanta. If you went to school in the inner city of Atlanta, you're not wife material. I don't care what you talking about. That's what I'm telling y'all. So, hey, man, y'all want to argue with me, man, argue with your hoe and argue with your nigga. Beat their ears up, because it ain't no husbands and it ain't no wives in Atlanta. And if they married, they cheat on each other foot. So, y'all.
Woo! So you heard this brother here, and this is coming from a Thug Max Alpha Simp, or maybe even possibly a reformed Thug Max Alpha Simp, who is now what it appears. It looks like maybe he's trying to become a Malcolm. I don't know. It still seems like he's in the Thug Max Alpha Simp phase. But he is even saying there are no wives in Atlanta, okay? And, I mean, he has a good point. I'm here in Atlanta, and a lot of the women are very shysty. They'll get you set up. They'll get you robbed. They'll get you killed. You know, they have rosters. They be talking to 30 other ninjas. They'll get you burnt, okay? They be having diseases. There was a report that came out that when the monkeypox was spreading, you know, I did a story on this, but a lot of sisters in Atlanta, as a matter of fact, the majority of people who were catching this disease were homosexual men and black women. Why? Because a lot of these women are dealing with Thug Max Alpha Simps who were in the prison system. These men became homosexual in the prison system, and then when they get out into the streets, they're still attractive to black women because they have that thug mentality. For this brother right here, he is a Thug Max Alpha Simp, as you can see. Tattoos up to the neck. It almost looks like he might have a tattoo on his forehead. So he's definitely a Thug Max Alpha Simp, and he can't even keep his women in line in Atlanta. And you know he ain't dealing with no white girls, okay? You know he's dealing with sisters. And he's out here saying there ain't no wives. Well, we already know that, because in Atlanta, if you go read that old report about seeking arrangements and sugar babies, Atlanta is the #1 city for that. Well, it was at one point in 2016. As a matter of fact, Georgia State, the college in downtown Atlanta, whose campus is in downtown Atlanta, they actually were #1 when it comes to women who had sugar daddies. So that's the reality of the situation, and not much has changed. It's only gotten worse. It's only gotten exaggerated. It's only got exacerbated, and that is because the degradation of what a feminine woman is supposed to be has, you know, stooped so low, and now, you know, we're at the point where women don't need men, or they say they don't need men. And especially in the community, we have that at the highest levels that there ever has been. And then the woman could argue, oh, well, these ninjas ain't this and these ninjas ain't that. Okay, I mean, I'm not going to argue with you here, okay? There are a lot of hobosexuals in Atlanta. I will admit that. So I'm not going to be mad at a sister if she would say, oh, these ninjas ain't this, these ninjas ain't that. But then we also can turn it back and turn the mirror on you as well. So just be open to that as well, and then we'll be open to the criticism on the other side. But, I mean, this brother is spitting facts, and I'm going to show you an example of why there aren't any good women in Atlanta.
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretched. Okay. The bitch is there. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretched. Okay. The bitch is there. I'm trying.
All right, so guys, if you don't know who this is Sukihana. She actually met with Dr. Umar recently, and she backed that thing up on Umar. But she is pretty much an example of how sisters act in this day and age, especially in Atlanta. I mean, you can argue with whoever you want about this, but I can bring up example after example after example. I really don't want to do that. Don't make me do it. But I will if you guys continue to get in my comments section and say, well, your mama black and all this other stuff. Look, man, my mom don't act like this. And I'm talking about this new generation because it's a whole different breed, y'all. So what you have to understand is this makes the community look bad. And I know I had somebody in my comment section the other day talk, oh, the only person you represent is yourself. Absolutely not. You represent the group. And if you are out here having this deplorable behavior in public, okay, whatever you do inside your house, as long as it's legal, you know, we're not bothered by that. But if you come out in public and you talk about, I'm trying to get my coochie scratched, where the ninjas at? I mean, I don't even believe in saying the ninja word in front of white people for reasons like this, because you just start looking stupid, and we know she's dumb as hell, especially for doing this. And it's just embarrassing, okay? It's just embarrassing. What do you want these people to think about black American women? Because when you travel overseas and they're in the UK, you want them to have a favorable outlook on black American women. But she went over there and acted a ass, and then y'all gonna tell me, oh, well, the only person she represents is herself. She don't represent black women. But then guess what? When we go in this comment section, which we are going to go in this comment section, you're going to see a whole lot of justifying of this behavior, and you're going to see a whole lot of you're going to see a whole lot of black women saying she had them white folks so uncomfortable. Ha ha ha. That's not funny. It is not funny, okay? What if they had children around? All right? And these are the elderly. You're supposed to respect your elders. You don't even say these types of words in front of elderly people. It's disrespectful. You know, we can come on the internet, we can cut up, we can, you know, in private, we have our fun, all right? But you don't go out in public and do this, especially, you know, around the elderly. I mean, it's just, it's disgusting. And she is a sensation in the community, okay? Sisters will not let you speak about Sukihana. That's why we have to resort to calling this behavior out on YouTube, okay? And I know a lot of other guys have done videos on this, but I needed to get my 2 cents in, because what people don't understand is that the way that you carry yourself in public matters. You represent the group. You represent American black women. And just because you're rich doesn't mean that you can go around, or, you know, just because you have money doesn't mean that you can go around and be disrespectful to people. You know, and I think I did a video in the past where Sukihana was actually crying about selling her soul and signing a contract that she, you know, basically felt like she had no autonomy in. So this woman has 100% sold out. I know Dr. Umar met with her. I think this is a lost cause. And, you know, it's just wild. It's just wild, because I know when he sat down and talked with her, he didn't address it. He probably said, man, you got a huge influence and you influence a lot of women. So, you know, be the black queen that you're supposed to be. Like it's just like, you know, he's softballing the conversation. He went on Daily Rap Crew and he was saying that black men had to be accountable for the way that they are acting. Well, you know, you have two women here, security, who really can't say anything. They just have to do their job, and it looks like somebody filming. So I'm gonna ask you, in this scenario, who should be held accountable? Is it still black men, or you know, should she be held accountable for her own actions? So let's get into some of these comments. A woman says, I don't agree with the behavior ever, regardless of where I am. Another guy says, this is why 70% of black women are unmarried and why they are disproportionately avoided on dating apps and websites. No one wants to deal with this. And, you know, they get in the comment section and they attack him. Maybe we will go in depth in this thread. But he makes a great point here. And then he replies with a meme that says, conversations literally going nowhere. What this mean? What that mean? Ooh. And he has it in your frontal lobe and your occipital lobe. So, man, like I said. And then we have a video of brothers running out of the Gucci store, which I will be covering on my Black Gen Z Mindset channel. It says, you see the white people in what appears to be a maybe what are those, like a Hummer truck, as if they're in the safari, and they're saying interesting behavior, such a rich culture. I mean, guys, you act like this one woman doesn't reflect poorly on the community. It opens us up for jokes. It opens us up. We're susceptible. Tommy Sotomayor, he says, black women have no class. Look at how many in the comment section think this behavior is okay and cheering this on. Absolutely. He's 100% right. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor for that take. But he is right, okay? So he says, I told y'all black women love look at me moment. They have to be the center of attention, even if it's the most embarrassing way. We have the most disgusting women on earth. Oof. Yeah, so he's digging in. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but we have a lot of work to do. Out of shape, but hair hats are always kept in pristine condition. Wow. So somebody says, I'm starting to understand when black, foreign, Latin, Caribbean, African in America say they are not black. They mean they are not African American black. Not nice to hear or see, but I think it's a valid reason. This is ridiculous behavior. So you have a black man who is coming out and saying that. Tommy Sotomayor goes in again. He says, look at how many black women in the comment section are bragging about making the white women feel uncomfortable, laughing, causing a scene. Don't ever tell me I should say some again. Somebody says white women don't feel uncomfortable when hood boogers are out and about hood boogering. They actually just laugh at them, then carry on with their lives. I mean, I have had some examples of that, but I definitely would say that they do get uncomfortable. But I have shown you guys videos where the video of the girls twerking on the car, the white women just laughed at them, you know, and it was black women twerking on top of a car, driving like 5 miles per hour, and it was from the page UGA Chicks. So this was, you know, my alma mater, and you had these sisters who were on top of a car twerking and driving at the same time, and the white woman was like, oh, what is this even? Like, oh my God, what did I just witness? Oh. Like, it was embarrassing for the community. And the issue is we have no shame. That's the issue. Let's read a little bit more, then we're going to get up out of here. We need to take Dubai or Saudi Arabia next. I triple dare her to just think about it, let alone do it in either places. Zero tolerance for that disgusting behavior in both the UAE or Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. That is true. Somebody says embarrassing. Somebody says, please don't come on here with seeking white people validation or trying to look good for them. Nothing is normal about this ish in public. I'm going after self-dignity and self-respect and carrying yourself correctly. And I love what he said here. Let's see what the replies say. Somebody said, if you never heard people curse in public, don't go to New York City. And this is a black man, seemingly homosexual. This isn't about cursing in public. This is about being disrespectful. Yeah, okay, homeless people curse in public at themselves because they're suffering with, multiple personality disorder and schizophrenia. Okay, but last time I checked, and I don't think she's completely sane, but Sukihana is not suffering from multiple personality disorder and schizophrenia. Okay, so there's no reason for her to, just be randomly cursing. It's what, she got Tourette's or something? Look, this black woman says boring, tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. So she said, you're boring because you don't justify this behavior. Absolutely deplorable. And he replies with the clap back. He says classless. Okay, another black woman. She says, what is carrying yourself correctly? It's not deep rooted in white supremacy because only Dubai has a law about being loud in public. I haven't been to a single silent black gathering. So when do you act properly? This is absolutely insane how black women are justifying this behavior. This is why you must read the comments, because they're going to say, it ain't all of us, it ain't this, it ain't that. Bro, just read the comments. I don't even have to say anything. Just read the comments. He says, carrying, and this is a futile argument. Why is this brother going back and forth with women, especially black women? It's no point. Carrying yourself accordingly, having self-respect, morality, dignity. Did your mothers not teach us to carry ourselves to a certain level? Set yourself apart. Did they not teach us that there is a time and a place for everything? Yeah, this is private behavior. And like I said, this is not all black women. I mean, we have some women who are, completely like the example of what you should be as a lady. But I'm telling you right now, the riffraff shines so bright. It shines so bright and it's uncorrected. It shines so bright and it's uncorrected. And now they're telling him to shut the F up. I would love to hear. Okay. Somebody says no home training. I want to go back up to that where the brother said this is why 70% of black women are unmarried. All right, so let's see what the sisters say. Meanwhile, your brethren are putting hands, feet, and TV on their women. Highest domestic violence in the black community, and you're the bottom of all other men groups. So we're actually not the bottom of all other men groups. When it comes to economically, we're actually second. Well, actually, I think third, because it's Chinese, white, and then black, then it's Hispanic. But she is right about the highest domestic violence rates in the black community. However, domestic violence goes both ways in the black community. It's not just the man beating on the woman. Do you mean African Americans? Because when you said the black woman, that includes African women. We can make an argument for African women as well. Most black men aren't married either. So what does that say? Okay. So where did you get this statistics? The United States Census, the United States Census states that 51% of black men are unmarried and 57% of black women are unmarried. That's not true at all. I don't know where. There's no way the census says that. 70% of black women are unmarried because black men don't have their ish together. And priorities right. Majority of black women don't even act like this, and white women in Europe can't say anything because they travel to Africa just to get stressed out by African men. Google it. There are some valid points being made on both sides. Here goes the ninjas taking an isolated incident to hate on black women. But the only problem is this is not an isolated incident. This is the norm. Stop acting like it's not. When she said most black women don't act like that, yeah, okay, maybe if the black woman is 40 years of, and even then, you're going to get some 40-year-olds who acting just like this. But the young women, the younger generation, 100, I'll say 80% of the young generation act just like this. I'll say 30 and under, you're getting this behavior. So anyways, you already know what it is. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. But it's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship questions to email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp so I know you pay $1,000, man. Y'all need to be in your motherfucking need with the BS. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.